So here we are, another season down. How are you feeling? Did you enjoy the season?
Yeah, really enjoyed the season. I think we had quite a good season. I was disappointed to get an injury towards the end, but now we beat some top teams and some good performances, some bad ones as well. But overall, I think we can both be pleased. I think.
Yeah, definitely. Now it's a bit different to back home where you only get 5 or 6 weeks off. You've probably got 3-4 months until we start training properly.
Yeah.
What's your plans during the off season?
I think I'll definitely keep training. I don't really like to have any time off, as in like do nothing. But I definitely won't be kicking a ball for a while. Maybe do some other types of training, like sort of CrossFit things and that. And then in December I've got a bit of a trip planned where it won't be any work or anything like that. So a bit of travelling and maybe a bit of partying too.
Very nice. And from a physical point of view, to keep obviously with next season in mind, is there anything that you do in particular during the off season to make sure that come pre-season you're ready, or do you just literally let your hair down and then come back in and just grin and bear the pain that you go through at the start?
No, I think I do a lot more running in the off season than I do probably during the season, because you can sort of tailor your own workouts as opposed to tailoring them around your games and stuff when you are in season. So I think I'll do a lot more running than I would normally do in the season, and a lot more say maybe hard weight sessions, so then when pre-season comes around you're already sort of ready for that hard sort of training earlier on. But I think match fitness comes when you start playing again as well. What about you?
Yeah, I think I do some things. I think if you don't do anything, it's just that pain you feel the first couple of weeks back. It's horrible. But I think no matter how much I do in the off season, running wise or cross training wise, nothing can really replicate those first few sessions back on the balls and that first pre-season game when you're blowing after 10-15 minutes, and it's hot, especially here in pre-season. So I definitely do stuff to keep ticking over. I think as much for football from a mindset point of view, you definitely feel better for exercising and being active. So I think I'd struggle from being that active through the season to doing nothing. But like you said, it's nice to mix training up a little bit and do something a little bit different and give the body a little bit of a rest from the constant twisting and turning, especially where the pitches have been recently. And
the pitches haven't been too nice to us towards the end, have they?
Tough going, especially for chocolate ankles like yours.
Yeah, I know. First injury in a while, so it was painful, but I'm glad to get the season out the way in that regards and get this strong again.
You have to start your rehab now.
I've started.
Have you?
Yeah, I've started. Got my band over there. So.
Oh yeah, the old band. Yeah, good. And next year you feel like you can come back strong? Anything to improve on from this season?
Yeah, I mean, if I come back as fit as I did the start of last season, I'd feel good. And then improvements, obviously want to get more goals than what I got this year and more assists. And as a team, I think we're just outside the final spot this year, but I think we're definitely capable of making the finals if we pick up the results where we think we should.
Yeah, definitely nice. It's exciting to think that hopefully we'll go one step further, and there's a lot of positives to build on, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think we're not far away from, if you look at the 4 teams in the top 4, they have a massive budget and some really good players. So, and with the squad we've got, we're not far away at all. And maybe with a few additions, we can definitely keep in the top 4.
Yeah.
What about you? How do you think the season went for us and yourself?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think personally you've felt a lot better physically than I have done in the past few seasons. I had a few nagging injuries that restricted me a little bit, so I felt a lot fitter within myself. And I think with fitness I definitely gained confidence, because you feel like you can go that step further during the game and have more of an impact. So from a personal point of view, really enjoyed it, and I think we had a really good group of boys, which helped in especially in the tough moments, because people always ask how are the boys after a couple of defeats, but I felt like we were pretty level throughout the year. Don't know if you feel the same, but I think having a lot of senior boys, everyone kept sort of a realistic perspective on things, whether we were winning or whether we were losing. I think that's why come the end of the season we're in a half decent position. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think squad wise we have a really good group of lads, some young lads and mature boys as well, and I think that's what got us some of the good results we got against the top teams. We had mature lads who could do it. Yeah,
I definitely enjoyed it, and obviously playing with yourself again and Sam and Paulie, so boys we work closely with, it makes it more enjoyable too. Plenty to talk about in the office as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And obviously talking about off-season, we coach a lot of kids and things. Obviously adults slightly different, but from a kid's point of view, what would you recommend them doing in the
I
time
think
off?
Obviously enjoy the time off as a kid and go away with your families and things like that, but I think for kids it's a really good opportunity to improve, working on your weak foot, knocking the ball with your dad or against the wall or whatever it might be, working on them things that we can't really coach them because they're in big groups all the time, so improving their individual ability on the balls and things like that. And I mean they don't have to work on their fitness or anything like that. We coach a lot of younger kids, but definitely their individual ability and the first touch and things like that, ball manipulation, I think is a big one that you can improve on massively in a short space of time.
And if you want to recommend an off-season competition and had to choose between an indoor version of the game on a hard surface with a hard ball or a grass version with a nice ball, nice pitch, outdoors, what would you recommend?
I'd definitely recommend the outdoor fast pace on grass pitch version. Just growing up I've never really played indoor football, it was always outdoors on the grass where it's it replicates the real game, so I definitely prefer that and would recommend that over any indoor football.
And I know your pet hate and you're always moaning about when kids have been playing futsal and they come back trying to control the ball with the bottom of their foot and toe bash the ball everywhere, don't you?
Yeah, Tom.
I've heard a few expletives come out of your mouth.
Not the biggest fan of it, and especially when they don't actually play with a proper ball either. It's like a heavy version of a ball. But each to their own, but I'm not the biggest fan of futsal.
Yeah. That's it. Alright, well enjoy your off season, and I'm sure all the fans look forward to seeing you back out there next year in the blue and yellow.
Thanks a lot, you too.
Thank you.